welcome to Mama Mandala. I am so glad you tuned in. I'm Hagar, and thanks for having a moment with me. It is December, and if this is catching you at a completely different time, don't run away because this still may be relevant wherever you are, whenever you are. We're moving right now toward the end of the year, the end of the cycle around the sun, and toward, in the Northern Hemisphere, the diminishing of sunlight and the lowering of the sun and the darker days of the year. Now, if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, you're moving toward summer, toward the summer solstice. The light is increasing and you're moving into the point in the year where the sun is arriving at its greatness, at its utmost strong and powerfully shining expression. And whether the sun is at its highest or at its lowest, we have a relationship to it because our planet is revolving around it and we are a part of the solar system, and life on Earth couldn't exist without it. So in a way, when we hear the symbolic language of finding and working with the sun inside of us, this sounds again like a symbolic invitation or a mythological conversation, and it is, but there's something to it that does exist. The sun does exist inside of you. Now, in the yoga tradition, the yogis tell us that the sun lives in us in the third chakra, so in the solar plexus area, in the core. And this makes sense, right? In a way, they were so smart, they figured it out. But the sun is at the core of the system. It's at the center, at the core, at the deep place inside, and everything else emanates from it or revolves around it. The sun is the source of our strength. And here in the Northern Hemisphere where I'm at, the sun is in its reaching its point where its strength is at the weakest point, right? And yet on the other side of the planet, the sun is reaching the highest point of its strength. And we can actually take that and think about it in the realms of relationship between light and shadow. Wherever something is at its strength, it also has its greatest shadow active. Think about that for a second. Every one of our strengths is also holding great weaknesses. And every part of us that is our weakness, our vulnerability, these are access points to our greatest gifts, to our great potential. So the sun, as the presence of great power and strength, also holds in it, and this is not symbolically, but really, great danger, right? We have the atmosphere that protects us, and we have other layers, and the universe, the planet, in this great, massively creative, intelligent process of creativity made life on Earth possible that wouldn't be without the sun, and yet the sun has this potential of destroying us at any given moment, right? So this great source of power is both creative and destructive. It holds a broad perspective, a broad truth, a greater reality that holds in it its opposites, right? And that's what makes it true, right? That's what makes it real. Okay, this is way more than I planned to talk about. So let's take that into our bodies. Let's bring ourselves into relationship with the sun through a few sun salutations to connect ourselves to our strength if you are in the Northern Hemisphere, so that you can stay connected to this great source of power inside of you. You can stand tall at the top of your mat and allow your eyes to soften as you release your arms by your side. And if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, connecting to the strength that is available for you, not just inside, but now all around you as the sun gains its great strength in your sky. Inhale and reach your arms up. And exhale, lower your hands through the front of your face and to the front of your heart. And as we connect to this great strength, release your arms and inhale, reach your arms up, circle the arms around you like you're circling around the source of your own power. Exhale and bring your hands through the front of your face, to the front of your heart, to the center of your being, to connect to it, and release your arms and reach them up high. Inhale. And bring a tone to the back of the throat, another way of connecting, of engaging, of rooting. Exhale and lower your hands through the front of your face and to the front of your heart. So with that tone in the back of the throat, let the breath make this resonant sound. Arms up as you breathe in. And now as you breathe out, exhale and reach your arms out through the sides and bend your knees as you reach your hips back and your chest forward. We'll do that a few times. Inhale and reach your arms up high. And exhale, bend the knees. And you're increasing strength in your legs as you lower the hands out, the arms out to the sides, and keep your knees bent and make your thighs strong. Inhale and reach your arms up. And exhale, bend the knees. And we can bring awareness to the way that our greatest strength also holds in it. Inhale the arms up. Our greatest vulnerability. When we are too confident, for example, exhale, bend the knees and reach your arms out to the sides. It's so important to cultivate great confidence and to trust ourselves. Inhale and reach your arms up. That's the sun's great power inside of us. Exhale through bent knees. As your arms reach out to the sides, now lower yourself all the way to the earth and touch your fingertips to the ground and fold in. And if touching your fingertips to the ground is not a possibility for you, you can put your hands on a block, if you have a block or a stool or a chair or even on a couch. So you can do the half sun salutations that we're doing with your hands landing on a couch or a chair. Look forward as you inhale, halfway up, hips back, chest forward, knees bend or legs straight. And exhale, fold in. I'm staying here just to demonstrate that so that you know that you can do this even if your hands can't touch the floor. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up high, knees bend on your way up. And exhale, lower your hands through the front of your face, to the front of your heart. So we want to check with ourselves when we get too shiny like the sun, right? Inhale and reach your arms up high. Not to diminish our shining, our expansion, our openness, our giving and generosity. Exhale, bend the knees and reach your arms through knees bend all the way down to the floor or a couch or a chair, fingertips down. Inhale and look forward. Legs can straighten or knees can stay bent. Exhale and slowly fold back in. So it's not to diminish our light, but it's to check in. Where does that become a tipping over into excessive strength? Inhale and reach your arms up high. When does this strength become too forceful? Exhale and lower your hands through the front of your face, to the front of your heart. And when and where it does, and we have the capacity to check in, reach your arms up high, inhale. Then we can tap into the vulnerability of that. Exhale and bend the knees. That comes to us through the awareness, and bring your fingertips down to the earth. Inhale and look forward, halfway up. And with an exhalation, step your left leg back. So you're in lunge, not in lunch. Soon though, maybe. Right knee bent. That was a dad joke, and I'm not a dad. What happened? Knee bent deep, spine is long. Deep breath in. Exhale, plant your hands and step back into downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, hands rooted into the floor. And if downward dog is not available for you, you can put your hands on the couch, on a chair, on the wall. If you're in down dog, hands are rooted. You can bend your knees if your lower back is really tight, or keep your legs straight if that feels great. And reach your hips up high and heels towards the earth. Inhale, bring your knees down to the floor and keep your hands deeply rooted to the ground. Exhale, bend the elbows and send your chest forward and down to the floor. So your chest goes between your hands and chin is on the floor. I'm not going to put it all the way down just because then my mic is going to make weird sounds. Inhale and pull your chest forward and up. Point your feet, spread your toes. Hands are rooted into the earth. Broaden through your collarbones. And we have the cobra coming into us, into the play when we do sun salutations to remind us of the liquidity and the undulating power of ourselves and of the world around us, that things are not always as they seem. Deep breath in. Tuck your toes. Exhale, reach up and back, downward facing dog. Hands rooted, deeply rooted. The inner edges of your hands will tend to want to lift up. So root those down powerfully to help protect your wrists. Bend your knees, tips of your fingers rooted into the floor. Look forward, and at the bottom of your exhalation, you can step forward or hop forward. Uttanasana, forward bend. Knees can stay bent or legs straight. Inhale and look forward, halfway up. And exhale, step your right foot back into a lunge. Stretch long through your spine. Ball of the right foot, back foot, rooted into the earth. And ball of the left foot rooted into the earth as you elongate your spine. Deep breath in. Exhale, plant your hands and step back. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe slowly in and out through your nose, generating your power as both the softness and the vulnerability that comes with awareness increasing. Inhale, bring your knees to the ground and root down through your hands powerfully. Exhale, chin and chest down to the floor. Chest to the space between your hands, chin all the way down. And then inhale, pull yourself through into cobra. And the cobra is a creature, the snake, the serpent, a symbol of darkness. They burrow into the earth. They live in the subterranean parts of ourselves. They are creatures of the unconscious. Deep breath in, and we need the unconscious. We need the darkness. Exhale, downward facing dog, just as much as we need the light. That's why there's always going to be play between the two. So rather than demonizing one, we see, oh, where is the shadow of one? Where is the light of one? Because there's a light to the shadow and a shadow to the light. Bend your knees, lift your hips at the bottom of your exhalation. Either jump forward or step forward. Uttanasana, forward bend, look forward. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, fold back in. Ground through your legs, and on your way up, you can bend your knees or keep your legs straight. Reach your hips back and your chest forward. Inhale, come up. Reach your arms up to the sky. Still with that tone in the back of your throat. Exhale, lower your hands to your heart. Anjali Mudra. Into the heart's deepest offering. And then reach your arms up high again. Arms to the sky with a breath coming in. Hands to the earth with a breath flowing out. Knees can bend on your way down or keep your legs straight. Inhale and look forward. And now with an exhalation, plant your hands, send your chest forward, and either step back all the way to your belly or jump back to chaturanga. Okay? Not a necessity, but optional. Hands are rooted into the earth. Inhale into cobra. The hands wanting to lift up is going to start to take a toll on the wrists and on the shoulders. So that's why I keep emphasizing it. Fingertips to the ground, inner edges of the hands rooted, downward facing dog as you exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And I want us to be able to do sun salutations, Surya Namaskar, what we're doing now. Slow breath in, hands are rooted, hips up high. Exhale, heels towards the earth. But if we do it a lot and our hands get lighter on the mat and the fingertips lift up or the inner edges of the hands lift up, that's going to start to reach our wrists. So let's root the inner edges of the hands and the fingertips. Look forward, bend your knees, lift your hips, and bottom of your exhalation, jump forward or step forward. Uttanasana, look forward, inhale. Fold in as you exhale, still breathing through the tone in the back of the throat, connecting to your breath, connecting to the source of life, the source of power. Rise up as you inhale. Hands to the heart as you exhale. And the sun is this great power of support. Inhale, reach up, which is also this great power of destruction. Exhale, fold forward. Knees can bend on the way down or fold all the way down with legs straight. Inhale, look forward. So how do you connect to your destructive powers? Exhale, bend the knees, reach your chest forward, hands are rooted, and please step back if jumping back isn't the right thing for you. So stepping back all the way to chaturanga or all the way down to your belly to protect your wrists gives you strength. Inhale, cobra pose, forward and up. It doesn't mean any weakness. It means you are doing the smart thing for your body. Exhale to downward facing dog when you're ready. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And maybe jumping back is great for you right now in your life. Then fantastic. But are you listening to your needs, to your breath? Look between your hands, bend your knees, lift your hips up to the sky, jump forward or step forward. Uttanasana, forward bend, look forward. Inhale. Fold back in, exhale. On your way up, you can bend your knees or keep your legs straight. Arms go up to the sky, deep breath. Exhale the hands to the heart. Inhale, reach up high, arms to the sky. The sun invites us into the center of our lives. Exhale, fold forward, touch the ground. Uttanasana, the center of the solar system, right? The center of the system that is built around it. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, jump back or step back, chaturanga. The hands are rooted, the inner edges of the hands root down into the earth powerfully. Inhale into cobra, forward and up. Broaden through your collarbones and let your heart pull forward and slightly up. And then exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out, but it's not for being in the center, but rather, or it can be, right, in the shadow of it, but rather it's the invitation into our own greatest generosity and opportunity to share something of value. Look between your hands, bend your knees, lift your hips, hop forward or step forward. Uttanasana, look forward, inhale, and fold back in as you exhale. Root down through the legs and rise up slowly. Inhale, arms to the sky. And exhale, the hands to the heart. Release your arms and interlace your fingers behind your back. Take a deep breath in. And if this is too tight for you in your shoulders, exhale, fold forward. Stretch the arms over the head. So if this is too tight for you for your shoulders, you can hold a strap or a scarf or a shirt. You can take your shirt off and hold your shirt with your hands. Breathe slowly. Crown of the head towards the earth as your arms stretch over your head. And then bring your fingertips to the floor. And bring your knees to the floor. And roll over and bring your back to the floor. And bend your knees into your chest. Hug it in. Move a little side to side on your spine. And then take your knees to the right and open the left shoulder to the left. So the left arm like a cactus. A little bend in the elbow. Turn your chest to the left and breathe. And when is it a good idea and a necessary and an important step to put yourself in the center for a second, right? Because we don't want to demonize that either, because that's necessary also, because it is your life. But how do you not make that only about you? Because there's a huge emphasis right now in spirituality as it's been westernized in these ways that are very very capitalistic and very individualistic and very turning us more and more towards self-centeredness. Inhale your knees back to center. And while putting the emphasis on yourself, this is your life, is key and is important. Exhale, take your knees to the left and open the arm out to the side. Right shoulder on the earth. It also can't be the only thing, right? It can't be the only way, or it can't be the most important, because you, as important as you are, you're not more important than the person next to you in traffic. I know you know this. It's just a reminder, because we do hear it a lot. Take care of yourself. Yes, take care of yourself and of more than yourself. Just like the sun is not in it for itself. It's just doing its thing. Happens to also create all this beauty and, in a way, drama, right, around it. And it's not imposing, but it is. Inhale your knees back to center. So it's an invitation into complexity. Hug your knees into your chest and move a little more side to side. Place your left foot on the ground and interlace your fingers behind your right thigh and stretch your right leg straight up to the sky if straight up feels good for you. And if not, you can keep your knee bent. Push the top of the right thigh into your hands so that as you're bringing the leg toward you, you're actually pushing it away from you. If you'd like to stretch your left leg straight, you can. Flex both of your feet and breathe. So you are the center of the universe. You are, as my teacher's teacher used to tell him, you are the center of the universe. You're the point the universe was trying to make. And so is everyone else. Bend your right knee, place your right foot on the ground, and bring your left knee into your chest. Interlace your fingers behind your left thigh. Stretch your left leg straight up. If only all the wars raging in the world could pause, could cease, and all the sides could hear the invitation to remember nobody's more important than anybody else. But everyone has to participate in that. Can't be just one side going, oh, well, you're just as important as we are. Everybody has to do that, right? Stretch your right leg straight. It's a collective vision. And if we keep waiting for the other side to do it, then is it ever going to happen? As you make yourself important in your life, but not more important than others, where is that line? And is it a line? Perhaps it's a snake, a serpent, an undulating entity moving around into the subterranean worlds so that it can excavate the great power, the great light. Bend your knee and place your left foot on the ground. And bend your right knee and place your right foot on the ground. Put your hands on your thighs and root them back towards your heels. And so if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, this is a time of excavation. Deep into the darkness we go so that we can find that source of light and heat. Stretch your legs straight and release your arms by your sides or rest your hands on your belly for Shavasana. And if you're in the Southern Hemisphere, you are reaching the peak of strength. How does that play out in your life, in your relationship with yourself, with others? And if you're catching this at a completely different time, where does it meet you? Where does the subterranean world is in relationship to the source of light outside and in. Thanks for joining me on this ride. If you like it, put a like on this video, share it with your people, subscribe to this channel, and subscribe to our mailing list over on mamamandala.com for deep explorations of evocative, creative, and mythological, symbolic language that's coming your way. So I can't wait to explore with you more, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.